Hello, good morning, Jane. You are ready to go? Does it sound good to strengthen the core today? I hope it does. Hello, everyone who is going to join me now or later. Core. We are going to use two blocks and the little possible surface of the wall, the bottom of it, or any furniture that you can push your heels against. All right, so hello everyone. Actually, and this is it for today. We are going to strengthen the core. We are going to get some fire going, and fire is for transforming. That's why we are practicing it, and to keep ourselves on actually every level strong. The physical strength comes from these kind of practices. The mobility comes from asana practices. If you think about yoga in general, because it can come from other places. The spiritual practice comes from gratitude and checking in with ourselves and finding the purpose of the heart. And the mental strength comes from, in my belief, meditation. So let's get started. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Andrea Kiss. This is Seven Moon Yoga Studio YouTube channel. We are going to need two blocks and a little wall space when we practice. All right. I go to my mat and make sure that it's all set up nicely. So we are going to start in standing today. Please grab one block. Place the block in between your thighs and squeeze on it. Don't squeeze too hard, just enough that you notice that I have inner thighs and they are active. I can activate them. Now also as we are standing, squeeze on the block and press the balls of the feet down underneath the toes. Press your heels down and spread your toes apart and lower them down. Breathe. So as we squeeze on the block, we pull slightly the navel in to remind ourselves that this place around the spine, actually, but very much so in this little triangle down here, just above the pubic bones, is where we are going to activate some fire, okay? So first we stand in Tadasana, breathing, pressing the soles of the feet into the ground. And then we do some arm movements. Lift the arms over the head simply and lower them down. And moving the head with these arm movements, move the head up and down. And up, tailbone moves down, chest lifts and down. Breathe and down. Then reach your arms out to the sides and hug yourself around. Remember which arm you put on top, round the spine. Keep squeezing on the block. Reach your arms out to the side again, and then wrap the other arm over it and release the shoulders and the head down. Squeeze on the block. Soles of the feet press to the floor. Then extend out to the side. Lower the hands down. Interlace your fingers. You don't have to close the palms. Extend through your elbows. Then release it. Release the hands over your lower back or sacrum. Extend your arms. And release. And extend. And release. Release your hands next to you. And the block is still between the thighs. Maybe we push it a tiny bit back and we squeeze on the block like the thighs are moving inward. Okay? towards the back wall. And that's how we are going to come into a forward fold. So inhale, reach the arms over the head, keep the shoulders nice and soft. Exhale, reach forward with the sternum, the middle of the chest. Tilt, then bend your knees, squeeze on the block, place the fingertips down and release the torso down towards the ground. The shoulders, the head releases. You keep squeezing on the block. If it's your cup of tea, extend your knees. If not, because the thighs are just way too tight, don't worry about it. Just press the feet down, relax your head. Move your head gently, feel the slight squeeze over the block. Also, you can always place the hands over something, another block maybe. Breathing. Then first bend your knees, lift your heart. Then reach the arms out to the side and then come all the way up to standing. And bring your hands right down to your heart. All right, so this muscle memory we are going to need between our thighs for the rest of the practice. All right, let's place the blocks down, maybe to the highest level first, okay? Stepping in between the blocks. Inhale, reach your arms over the head. The thighs are like there is a block between them. Exhale, fold forward. Release the hands down. Release the head down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees. Place the hands over the blocks. Step your left foot back to high lunge. Inhale. Square your hips so the left hip moves forward. Right hip pulls back. Chest lifts. So you're more than welcome just to simply stay here and practice that. Engaging the back leg, breathing, pressing the soles of the right foot down, elongating the spine. Or if your knees are perfectly fine, the back knee especially, then you come up to crescent, reach the arms over the head, and keep squeezing the left buttocks. Reaching through the arms, breathing into the sensation, floating ribs come in, and if the left hip rotates forward, then we get a delicious stretch along the left hip flexor. Breathe. Then reach your arms forward, place your hands down over the blocks, and push from the back leg, step next to the right. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heart, hands come back, and step the right foot back. Square your hips. The left knee is over the left foot, and the knee actually points towards the second and the third toe, but the balls of the feet and the heels press equally down to the floor. Easier said than done. But I like to use every single opportunity in the asana practice to check in with, is my skeleton actually likes what I am doing in any asana? So either staying here or coming up the crescent, reaching the arms over the head, extending through the arms, through the back leg, and breathing. Creating that heat to transform, to move us forward. If there's anything in your life that you really know that you would love to kind of melt away, let go, release, then you might want to bring it in and work towards that goal with the fire that we built. Reach forward through the arms and the torso. Step your right foot next to the left. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold over your legs. Bend your knees, lift your heart, place your hands back, and step the left foot back. Lower the left knee down, left foot down. Place your hands on the right leg. Push into your right leg, lift your heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Then place your hands over your blocks, step your right knee next to the left, and simply switch to the other side. Bringing the left knee over the left foot, square the hips, lift the heart, press your hands into your left thigh. The inner arch of the left foot is lifted. If you need your blocks to support, please keep them there. And we breathe. Engaging the right leg. Then place your hands over the blocks and place your left foot next to the right. We let go temporarily for one block. And actually, no, sorry. We keep both blocks. Sitting back over our heels, extending the arms. Just wait till you settle into this child's pose variation, and then slide the blocks out to the front. Scoop the elbows down so the upper arms rotate externally away from the heart, and then reach into a nice long stretch. Checking in how I feel in this shape and form. Can I create ease around the back of my neck? And focusing the work, the heat, the release in the upper spine, the thoracic spine between the shoulder blades. Then grab your blocks with your fingers and pull them back. So we sit up onto our heels, knees together, feet together if you can manage. If not, then just get out of the pose and sit simply down on the ground. Breathe. And we slide the blocks forward again. This time we keep the hips over the knees. And we can place the elbows over the blocks. Then we place the elbows to the front, the top part of the blocks, and we release the upper arms over them. Hands come together, forehead releases to the floor, and the hands release to the back of the leg. And we breathe. So the knees are underneath the hips. The spine is long. And there is a different sensation in the back between the shoulder blades probably, or you might notice it around the chest. It should feel good on the shoulders. If it doesn't, then just simply lower and see if resting puppy would be an option for you. Maybe that's all how far you can go today. I ask you not to torture the shoulders, okay? Then please take your hands back down to the ground, extend your elbows, place your hands underneath the shoulders to push yourself up. Placing the block, one block down in front of us, and placing the other block between the thighs. Now we are going to push back to the wall and place the heels against the wall. And we are first in all four. Hands, hips are over the knees. Then the hands are going to be slightly forward off the shoulders. And we gently hug the block with the index and thumb fingers. And we press the index and middle fingers to the floor. Then we bend the elbows, scoop the elbows in, and then re-extend them. Breathe. Then push your hips up and find your down dog, where the heel against the baseboard or the walls. The knees can be bent, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you activate your legs, squeezing on the block and pressing the fingers into the ground, reaching through the spine. Long, long spine. Breathe. Press the balls of the feet to the floor. Feel the wall behind you. Press into it and breathe. Then bring yourself down to your knees. Remove the block and safely sit back over your heels. The top of the hands come together, lifting the heart, and we breathe. All right, so we are going to move into forearm plank. So slide the block a little bit to the front, please, and bring your elbows underneath the shoulder. And it will take some measurement because I would like us to press our heels to the wall as we hold plank, forearm plank. So you measure that. You press your forearms, your wrists, and your palms down. You reach through your sternum. Engage the legs like the block was in between your thighs, and we come back. One long line, pulling the navel in towards the spine, pulling the inner thighs up towards the ceiling, and we breathe. Then push a little forward to lower the hips down. Lower your feet down. Slide your hands out to the front. Keep pressing the forearms to the ground, pressing the top of the feet to the floor. And we breathe. Pubic bones press. Tailbone is long. Head reaches up. We create space. And we breathe. And then we stay here. So the second one is going to be without the wall, the second forearm plank. Tuck your toes under. Hands, elbows are underneath the shoulders. Engage your legs. Pull the navel in. Shoulder blades in the back. And then we come up and we press the forearms down, wrists down, and we breathe. Let's lower your hips down again. Feet down. And swings. This is an active one right now. Tailbone is moving away from the lower back, as well as the sternum moves away towards the front. And simply lower your torso down to the ground. Forehead comes to the floor. Relax everything for a few moments and shimmy your hips from side to side. And breathe. And place your hands next to your chest. Tuck your toes under. Push to all four. And then back to down dog. Find space in your down dog. Hips are square, shoulder blades pull into the back. And we reach the right leg up. Hips are still square, so it's not a big lift. Then we point the right foot, bend the knee, push the weight forward, and we take the right knee towards the right upper arm. And then we push back very carefully. Then we bring the right knee between our arms, pulling the navel in, pressing the hands strongly to the floor, and we push back. Then we bring the right knee to the left, upper arm, and we push back. Lower the right leg in, adjust, take a deep breath in and out. And right foot maybe steps a bit closer to midline as we lift the left leg up and square the left hip. Pushing the floor away, relaxing the face. Point your foot and bring the weight forward, and the left knee moves towards the left upper arm. Pull the foot in, then reach back. Then to the front. And back. One more left, guys. Let's go for it. Right up. And going to three-legged doggy, lowering the foot there. Breathe into it. Then walk your feet to your hands. Separate your feet, shoulder width apart. Rotate the legs externally and lower your hips down. You might need a block to sit on. Pressing the legs apart with the elbows, upper arms. And then please take your hands behind you and make your way down to the ground. Relax your legs. Then we take the block in between our shins, okay? Sitting on the sit bones, holding the navel in towards the spine, and aiming to keep the chest lifted. A lot to think about here. Okay, lift your shins up parallel to the ground, reach your arms forward, and aim to lift the heart, and breathe. Squeeze on the block and breathe. Then place your feet down, hands behind you, lift the heart, shoulder blades come together, and we breathe. Then move back, pull the navel in, bring your arms around to the front, and if you can stretch your legs. For some reason, I have a weird cramp, certain places for this one since yesterday, so I just keep it like that. And then place your feet down. Remove the block, extend your legs out to the front, and place your hands over your knees. Stay here and breathe. Flex your feet, take the flesh away from the sit bones, reach forward, and keeping the legs active, pressing the legs into the ground, tilting in the hips. And once we no longer can tilt, that's when we start to elongate the spine and moving into our forward fold. Any height. And even sometimes it's nice to place block on the shins and press the forehead on the block. It's just an option. Now, if the knees feel strained and uncomfortable, then maybe just slightly bending them, placing the hands underneath them, and folding over is an option. And we breathe. And lift your heart and torso up. We are going to need our blocks. Bend your knees and guide yourself down to your back. Take a moment just to rest here. Knees come together, feet are apart, shoulder blades on the floor, and we rest. Then we place the block in between our thighs, hands squeezing on the block, pressing the hands to the floor, pressing the feet into the floor, all four corners, and lifting the hips up and sliding the shoulders underneath. The neck feels free, the jaw and the face relax. Pressing the upper arms into the floor. Gaze to something softly on the ceiling. Let the tailbone move towards the knees and the pubic bones as well. Inviting the sternum towards the chin. Then take a deep breath in. Release the shoulders and release your spine back to the floor, slowly and gently. Then take the block away between your thighs. Come back one more time to bridge. But this time place the block underneath your sacrum. Let the feet rest softly underneath the knees. Lift the heart. Let the shoulders come underneath you. And we rest. So first we just rest here. Again, soft gaze. Then we reach the feet up towards the ceiling. As we reach the feet, since the blood is carrying our sacrum, it should feel easy around the thighs. Relaxing your face. Gaze at one point and breathe. Then bend one knee and place the foot there. And then the other. Press the feet to the ground to lift the hips. Remove the block. Undo your shoulders and slowly guide your spine back to the floor. Separate your feet and let the knees come together. Hands come on the belly or rib cage, wherever you are guided to, and breathe. Relax your forehead, close your eyes for a moment. And take your knees to your chest. Take the arms out to the side and knees come over to the left, relaxing the right side to the floor. Then take your knees over to the right and relaxing the left side down towards the floor. And then turn to the right side and push yourself up to a seat. And sit up tall. Close your eyes. Place your hands together at your heart. We express our gratitude towards every blessing that we experience in our lives. And if you go through a very difficult day, then we express our gratitude towards the fact that we had enough strength, energy, resources, and time to come to our mat and practice together. We thank our teachers, loved ones, friends, pets, all beings who supported us. And we recognize that when we went through hard relationships, they were revealing, those beings revealing us some very deep lessons about ourselves that needed to be healed. We think of and feel for people, beings, animals who are suffering at this moment. And we send them the metta prayer. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be content. And for ourselves, may I see the truth. May I speak the truth. May I feel it. Thank you for your presence. I wish you a beautiful day. Enjoy it. And keep practicing, keep coming to your mat. And meditate and be happy as you can be, and stay happy. Thank you, Susie, for being here. Good morning, darling. And thank you, Jane. I don't see other names, but thank you all for being here with me. All the best. Goodbye.